All right, welcome. So let's get right into the article writing. So we'll talk about the template. We'll talk about how to really put your jot the main points down so that to be easy for you to write your article. So here I'm going to show you how to start writing your article. So let's bring out what we jotted down. So uh, these are the main points. It could be better than this because this is something we just did in this video. So if I was if I were to be doing this for a client, for example, I'll take my time to make it probably jot more other points or have it organized better than this. But just to show you how easy it is to actually do something like this. So just quickly go through and then jot the main points and then you write everything in your own words. It's very easy to write in your own words. So when people call, when people inbox me or when they call me and they always like article writing is very difficult for them. But article writing with time is something that's very easy. So it's just like you talking. I mean, people you go to Facebook all the time and then you post on Facebook. The posts you post on Facebook, they are also article. So just put them down, write it in normal language. You don't have to write some words with big vocabulary or something like that. Just write normally. So note the main point. Understand what the articles are all about by doing your research. Three, four, five sites, and then you look through, you understand, then write it in your own words. So let's write this in our own words. So I always like to use a notepad. Another very good uh, tool to use is actually WordPad. I mean Word, the Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word or any other article editor, any of those editing tool. We have so many of them. So I like to use Notepad, especially when I'm doing my research. As you see, we were copying like these two lines of the group of sentences. We copied directly from website. If you were using copying directly from website and you copy to Word, with time, Microsoft Word has a way of developing this cut and paste problem. So at times you find it very difficult to cut from the website, from any site and paste. So when you right click, you don't see the paste function. So always use your notepad when you're copying from you jotting or copying, even when writing your article, then you can transfer later to Word. And then because in your article, I mean, apart from that, I also like to write freely because there's something in Word, especially when you have the something like where you make the correction. So when you have it on, for example, then it will highlight everything in red, and then you have to start editing. The best thing is to write freely, and then when you put everything to Word, then you can start editing. Don't edit where you're writing, or else it will slow you down. Write freely, and then you can copy to Word, and then you can start your editing. So what I'll do is I'll open this in one, then I'll open another one, and then I won't make it full. Just leave it the way it is, and then if yours is full like this, just minimize the window, and then you put them side to side this way, and then you start. The title: How to lose weight and keep it off. You're probably a faster typer than I am. I'm not a very fast typer, so and I don't mind. So just okay. What do we do first? This is the title. So we're through with the title. This is the title the buyer wants us to write about. So how to lose weight and keep it off. Normally you put each first letter of each word in the title capital, but we'll do that when we the very next video. So let's just write everything freely. So we'll start with introduction. Then introduction is something general. Just look at everything we've written about, and then just kind of look at how do you write the introduction to how to lose weight, and then you just write. And then the best how to you can just put something like about losing weight generally, and write something like losing weight has never been easy. Something like that. uh, Something like a lot of people. Woo, I think I have a lot of problem with my probably some virus attack or something. So let's start over again. So losing weight has never been easy. Be easy, right? Uh, to lose weight, just rightfully to lose weight, you have to put in efforts or something like that. Or say put in a lot of effort and be very disciplined, something like that. And then you can write something like it takes, yeah, well, you can just takes, let me just of discipline, even though I've written something like that before, to lose weight and it keep it off. But you can lose weight, or you can lose that weight and keep it off if you follow the steps below. Something like that. This should be something like 5. Just glance through. You don't have to. Something like on the average 15, something like this. About should be around something like 35 words. And then you look at. We're writing 400 letter article. I mean 400 word article now. So and then I told you just kind of uh, divide it amongst all the main parts of the article: the title, the introduction, the body, and then the conclusion. So let's make the body something like 300, or are we talking of 500 words now? Let's say 500. So let's make it 350 to 400 for the body, and then maybe something like 35 to 50 for the introduction. So let's add to this introduction. Let's put something like what do I put? Let's take from this place. Uh, or shall I add this part to so losing 3,500 calories equal, and then we can put it there. We can say something like since a fat of since let's make us 3,500 calories is equal to a pound of fat, which means if you can get rid of that amount of fat in your diet, you will lose a pound of fat, something like that. You can now say, so how do you lose a pound of fat and create, should we say something like caloric difference or deficit, something like that. To create that caloric, or is it caloric or calorie, something like calorie deficit. I think calorie deficit sound more English than caloric deficit. I think it's calorie deficit or something like that. So uh, then we definitely we have to cut this place or follow the steps and then put it somewhere here, because we're going to write 35 before and then we decided to increase it, and then this should be something like up to, well, probably something like 70 or so now. So let's just continue and then, okay, now things to do, and then we can write something like a subtitle. So we can write something like things to do to lose weight, or that helps in in weight loss, something like that. And then you can just put everything in numbers. Then if you like, you can just put it in normal this and then you bold it. Something like eat eating lots of plants and vegetables are plants, right? So I think it should make sense. Eating lots of plants and vegetables, or uh, mm, eating a lot of plants, eating a lot of plants, eating a lot of plants, something like that. And then you can write something. You can say plants have the essential nutrients that help you lose weight. They contain lots of fiber, natural sugar, and something like that. That um, natural sugar that helps, well, something like that. The natural sugar. They do not have um, stripped of. Hmm, does that make sense? You're getting the idea. So it's something like, how many minutes have we spent now? Something like about 5 minutes or so. So it's something like you can. And right now I've written like about, let's say I've written about 100 words. So, and then I'm not even doing the research uh, properly. So, but I know I'm not writing the. You understand my point. So I'm just telling you how easy it is for you to write freely. I mean, you can copy this and paste into the any something like Copyscape or any of this plagiarism tool, and then you will never see any duplicate content, because this is 100% from my head. I read it somewhere and then I put it in my own words. You understand? So just write briefly, then here you write a blah blah blah, and then you put something like that, and then you come the second point, you say check your portions, and then you write do not, or you write eating more than your body needs. is a recipe for this stuff, something like that. You need to control how much food you put into your body, something like that. And then you can say when you eat more calories than your body actually needs, then you create a situation where what well, we'll do that later. What you consume is greater than what you or what your body, something like that, some your body burns. Hmm? Makes sense, right? And then you come eating fruit and vegetable together with plants. So daily exercise. I think I'll put something like that down, something like that, and then uh, something like surround yourself with positive people. Hmm? And then you write when you surround yourself with like-minded or positive people, they will always encourage you in your weight loss effort. You can say something like negative people put you down, and this does not help with your weight loss effort. Something like that, you know? And then you go maybe the fifth one, uh, something like keep track of your progress, or let's just say exercise a lot, something like that, or exercise helps with weight loss, something like that. You can just say, okay, exercise helps your body burn fats. Um, once you something like for exercise or exercising at least three or four, something like that. We can say 3 to 4 days a week helps your body burn more fats and create that calorie deficit needed for you to lose weight. What else should we add? We can say it's important that you incorporate should they say daily or weekly or something like daily or weekly exercise program into your weight loss goals. Well, weight loss goals or weight loss program. At first, you don't have to worry how you put it. When we're doing the editing, then we'll be able to make all the corrections. So programs. Then I think normally I will put something right more than that, but I'm just letting you know how freely you can I know you're getting the whole point, and then maybe finally we can say keep track of your progress. Then you can say, how do we keep track of our weight loss progress? We can say something like, mm, make sure you uh, have a skill or something like that, and weigh yourself at least once a week, uh, to really to really know how much weight you have lost in the past week. Um, then you can say something like this really helps you to track your progress and encourage yourself more. It's okay, right? Encourage yourself more. Then we can just add one or more to. Then this is the intro part, and then uh, I think it's okay. And then you can just um, things to avoid. Then you can just write another things to avoid when losing weight. Then you start some temptation of foods around. Avoid uh, temptation. Well, we're talking about this thing. That won't make sense, right? But let's just put it there and then we'll do the editing later. Uh, don't put yourself in the spot, or don't put yourself what should I put yourself around foods all the time, or foods all the time. Or we can just say, instead of that, we can say something like avoid places where food you can be tempted to always eat. I think that would make sense, right? That would make more sense. Then we can say something like avoid environment, or where you can be tempted to eat always eat. mm, go go out more and hang out hang out with friends if you know that you can't stop eating. Right, can't stop eating. Then we can go out and drink it, so we can stop it. uh, well, we can put it like that. Or then something like avoid emotional eating. Do I even understand what emotional eating means? But I know it should be something like people that eat, they just love food, and then they see certain emotion always attached to food, whereby they see something like cake, and then they always like, okay, they always have this picture in their head about cake eating, maybe something like that. You avoid that situation. Then, if you don't really understand the point you put down, just cancel it and then try to picture what you can put down. You understand? So avoid. You can just leave that out, and then something like avoid stress or stressful conditions, something like that. Then you can put something like a stress really makes you go hungry or make you eat a lot. Always, always avoid stressful conditions. Then something like along those lines. You understand? So we can just say stop eating when full, and that makes sense. Stop eating when full. Then we can say once um, you can always control what you eat and how much you put in your belly, right? And then you can say make sure to stop, or make sure you stop eating at the first sign of being full. Just of being full. Uh, just something like that. And then we added four, and then you can think of something. You can say something like avoid drinks or sugary drinks. Then put something like you can say drinks have lots of sugar and calories, which means when you drink a lot, your body stores fats, or your body stores sugar, which leads to weight gain. Avoid or limit the amount of drinks you consume daily. That should make sense, right? Consume daily instead instead of drinks. Uh, drink lots of water. Lot of water. Blah 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 blah. And then this should form the body, and then you can just kind of put it something like that, and then add more. And then this now we have the title, the intro, then the subtitle. We have two subtitles here: things to do, and then things to avoid. And then we can just go, then the conclusion. Then we can just say in conclusion, weight loss is about burning more more is it more sugar, or sorry, something like more calories than you consume, right? Or than you eat or consume. uh, it's important that you burn more calories than you consume by you just put some of this what you have there and then put them in the conclusion by uh, checking your portion, checking your portions, uh, eating lots of vegetables or plants, uh, doing daily exercises and keeping tracks of your progress. You see how we've been able to put everything we wrote here, be able to put it nicely in the conclusive part, and then you can just go. You'll also make sure you avoid some avoid temptation, right? Avoid temptation when you are around food or something like that, and then avoid stressful conditions and limit the amount of sugary drinks you consume daily. Then all these will help you lose lose weight and keep it off. Lose weight and keep it off. Which is, I don't know, this might not be up to 400 or 500, but you get the idea. So once you write like this, make sure that it makes sense. You understand? It really makes sense so that when somebody comes here and say, okay, how to lose weight and keep it up, and then say something like losing weight has never been easy. To lose weight, you have to put in a lot of effort, of discipline, blah blah blah. 3,500 calories equal to a pound of fat, a pound of fat, and which means you can get your amount of fat, blah blah blah. Then things to do to lose weight, then all these things to do to avoid when things to avoid when not losing weight. I mean, to avoid when losing weight, blah blah blah. And then you put this in. This makes sense. Your article must make sense. Apart from the fact that you're writing freely, and then you have to make sure that it actually makes sense. You understand? When you put something like a title, and then what you're writing must go along with your with with the title. You understand? And then how to lose weight and keep it off. And then we can put something like to really make sure that it goes with the title. We can add somewhere something like uh, ensure that every time your the the you create a calorie deficit and then incorporate exercise and this into your daily routine or into your weekly routine, and then you'll be able to maintain that weight and keep it up, something like that. So if the title would be something like the like what title can I think of right now that has to do with weight loss? I don't know right now. So let's assume an article or something like how to be a ball player. You understand? So definitely what you write about, you introduce yourself, then like something like playing football is a fun game. I mean, it's a fun sport and all that, and then you and then it's very easy to do and all that. You blah blah blah, and then you go out to really learn, and then you talk about maybe playing with kids. You understand? Having a coach, and you understand? Blah blah blah, and then you You understand? You just write something like that. At the end of the day, you say, okay, to be a good football player, you have to work hard, you have to practice, you have to have a good coach that will help you. You understand? Then it really go with a title. You understand? So you always make sure writing article is not, it's not that hard. I don't know how many minutes we've gone in this here, but I can tell you that this, it should be more than 20 minutes. I don't know if we've gone more than 20 minutes, but it should be more than 20. Normally, if I was writing something like this, I'll take my time to do research. I'll take my time. In the video we did where we were doing research, we didn't spend much time on that because I was trying so that I wouldn't spend much time on that. But I decided to spend a lot of time on this particular video so that you see how it's done. I don't want to, okay, do this, blah, 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 and then you leave it on your own. This is how articles are written. This is how I write my blog post. In fact, most of my main blog websites are my affiliate sites. I do write a lot on those sites. The other Fiverr Circle, those are just something that I add from from the forum, from Fiverr Marketing Forum. So just some writing, not too much, but I write a lot on my affiliate site because those that side is my money maker, and then I'm writing for international guys out there, and then everything has to be perfect. So I take my time, I do my research, and then because this is my article, you understand, I have to make sure that I put the best out there, and this is how I do it. I just look at, okay, maybe I want to write something like a Facebook group poster reviews. Maybe I'm promoting Facebook group poster, for example. I'll go and read the main sites. Then I'll go to Google. Then I'll type uh, article group poster reviews, and then on the first page of Google, I'll just do my research, the what the tool does, the advantage of the tools, why it will help you make money, or something like that, why it will reduce the time you spend on Facebook posting to groups and all that. So put everything together, and then before you know it, I'll have a good article. It's just a matter of doing it this way. So this is the end of this video. Now you should know how to write an article. It does not matter where the article comes from. It does not matter the title of the article. It does not matter the niche of that article. To just do your research, Google PLR article sites and all that. So come up with good something and just write freely. Do not copy and paste. I tell you, you won't find this content if I put this content, put it in Copyscape or put it on a website and then copy the URL, paste it in Copyscape. It will show 100% because this, as you can see, this is what we just wrote live here. So without actually looking anywhere apart from the fact that we the main points and all that. So from the next video, now it's time to do our editing. So now we'll copy this and put it in a good editor, and then text editor, and then like Word. So and then we'll do the editing, and then if we look the number of words, if it's not enough, then we'll add more. Then if there's still more, then we'll talk about the word count because we have to use the certain number percentage of the keyword. This is the keyword, and then related keyword we have to use, and then we'll talk about that in the very next video. So thank you for watching this video. So on to the next video.